center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here we go, son.
Now a 2nd and 10. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
Herbert now on the option.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Darnell Mooney.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Come on.
2nd and 10.
Dobbs.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing here, Dobbs.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, Downs to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Dobbs. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone and hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Dobbs is throwing. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt at a day 2 pick. And a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Rather quietly, Osborne has become a relied-upon presence in Minnesota. 650 yards each of the last 2 seasons, due for an even bigger role for them in 2023.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there and open, expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And now the young man has it. It's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Into space at the 45.
And finally brought down at the 38. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
Read option, here's Herbert.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3.
Touchdown! Khalil Herbert from 17 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
18 Rattlers.
Back to throw. Dobbs. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw is Dobbs. Throw to the right, held in by Addison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a give to Madison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check that. Street, go.
Another carry now for Madison. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, right back to Herbert.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 3. Fields now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.